Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching The Boys Season 3, Episode 3, Barbary Coast, which I guess means we're going to learn more about Soldier Boy. I do wonder whether he might not actually be dead, simply because I know Jensen Ackles is playing him, but he also could just play him in flashbacks. I don't know. If it was like, if I didn't know that he was being played by Jensen Ackles, I would assume he was definitely dead, but we will see. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and let's go into some crazy messed up bullshit of The Boys.
Pain is weakness leaving the body.
This is so unhealthy.
That means that we do whatever it
Toxic.
Next up from Des Moines, Iowa.
So messed up. This is messed up. And the real world has this kind of pageant. Oh. In so much pain, the poor baby.
21 points with your base.
Yeah, his racist, toxic masculinity base.
An uptick with white males in the Rust Belt.
Oh great, they're just the kind of people that we want to be emboldening.
They want me to be myself?
No, no one does. Why wouldn't Vought be trying to control this?
7 points with urban area adults. Everybody loves you and Starlight as a team. Together, you have a Q rating of 98%. No one's ever been that high.
98.
Jesus Christ. They need to take him down somehow. Vought are not able to control him and they should be trying to do something about it. How are you feeling? Oh Lord. Does he quit his job?
Son returns. The soup's bootleg, eh? Yeah. That, my son, is a lifetime achievement at the country.
You can't ignore the fact that the concept of what he was doing and you were doing was healthier and better.
The Year Awards, isn't it? You skive off today and that congressman might split your pretty little buns.
Yeah, thought of that. Break my arm. Vicky will smell it if I fake being sick, so.
Been here 3 minutes and it's already the bold and the bat shit. All right.
1, 2.
Fans will ship the fuck out of you.
But we don't want that.
Let me talk to him first. And she has the highest rescue stats of any of the finalists, and she's a UNICEF ambassador. She's the most qualified.
Well, we're gonna
Contract with Mr. Edgar. I get the final say over the 2 slots. So why don't you run that past Homelander?
She's got her contract. I don't know how much of that Homelander will care about, but
Principle of the thing with Nina. You remember Olivier?
well, time to leave the country.
How many pieces did she...
It is hard to let a piece of your life go.
Hey. Hey. Oh. Oh, easy does it, lad. Bloody death grip you got there.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Right is right.
Oh, he's got to act his tough role in front of his friends instead of just being himself.
It's all for nothing,
Look,
right?
I'm
Look, I need a second.
I'm really sorry, but please, you need to promise me that you will leave and you'll never look back. Please.
She's trying to protect you. She is trying to keep you safe.
Scared of them? Me too.
It's that he needs to talk to people like her.
Get me a dog, but
Names on Facebook.
You'd sign the death warrants of dozens of innocent
Sure.
people who had nothing to do with this?
I'm embarrassed for the both of us as you're asking.
That, I mean, I'd like to
Nicaragua
think
was
he wouldn't
ancient
do it.
history. Not to mention I could be killed. The unwritten policy was to sell the cocaine strictly to minority neighborhoods. Destabilized, demoralized. while staying out of
Jesus Christ. Does not surprise me in the
Late in
slightest.
84,
And that
we were
is
gearing up for a
depressing.
major offensive.
Here he is.
the assertive type, you know, with a
Stanford Edgar. I'm an associate with Lot American.
Do you want to
They go back far. Walt's racism runs deep.
You should smile more.
Every
Beautiful smile.
cliche
As an
toxicity.
ambassador,
from planet Al.
Hey, Señorita Mallory!
Jesus Christ.
Hold that thought.
Jesus Christ, Butcher.
Seriously, you're gonna love it. Ready? Return of the Deep.
Fuck off.
Hey, what's up?
Literal rapist.
Let these two chat, shall we? Okay, just.
He's just intentionally trying to hurt her.
Do I need to remind you of the Flight 37 video?
Release it. Let's light this candle, huh? I mean, sure. I'll lose
Yeah.
everything, but then I'll have nothing to lose.
It is the truth.
I'll take out the nerve center, internet, that kind of thing.
Vought must have a way they plan to take him down if he ever
I
got too
think
powerful.
then you'd prefer to be loved. I would. But if you take that away from me, well,
He's getting smarter.
word is A1 okie doke by me. Do it.
Do it. It would force Vought to take him out. He is a weird, weird man.
baby.
When does it last?
Do you need any help?
No. Butcher.
I'm back with Butcher.
Why?
We're onto something that could kill Homelander.
We hope.
What is it?
Some kind of...
I just feel like it's going to turn out he's not
I'm not
dead.
certain. You
I
gotta
don't
buy
know.
some time. Keep your eyes on him.
He's got to at least be taken out of the picture temporarily.
Have to be as mean and
I'm
fucked
stressed
up
about
as
where
they
this is
are.
all going.
Like Butcher, I know, but Annie...
Okay. You better pull this off, Huey, but...
Yep.
Okay.
Part of the blackmail. Follows the victim southbound on Marin Boulevard. I intercepted him.
A-Train actually going to become vaguely likable. I mean, not in general, but if he attempts to combat racism, I would support it.
Brother lived a few houses.
Walk to someone.
Nothing a good night's kid won't sort.
Are we sure? Because Vought have not finished testing this drug.
That didn't matter much to the soups.
Those are my men!
Yep. So that's why he doesn't take it off now. So he doesn't want anyone to see.
The Russians! They had some kind of gun or weapon or something.
That's impossible.
No, we saw it! We saw it! They took his body!
Interesting. So if that's true, the Russians will probably also have soups. Or they just knocked him out somehow.
It probably won't work on Homelander.
And what if it does?
Even worse, because it wouldn't end with him. You go after another soup, then another, then all of them.
It is true.
Me about this sooner. For that,
Don't let the powers come back for him.
fucking forgive you.
This was never about Ryan or Becca. It was always selfish. Oh, you are your father. Always have been.
But what we would need is a proper system of like checking soups. So if they are like Starlight, who have never done anything that deserves to be stopped, then they can live their lives. And if they are like, I don't know, someone like A-Train, who, yes, has done things that he deserves to go to prison for, but can be contained, he should go to prison. And then maybe in extreme cases like Homelander, we do need to put him down because he's a rabid dog.
We're off. Ryan, let go.
No!
Talk to him.
You said you'd always watch out for me! You promised!
Ryan, don't want to look at you. After what you've done to my Becca, did you
Oh.
ever think about that?
Butcher. You've just devastated that child forever. Oh.
I hate you.
He has more control than his mum. Than his dad ever did. that is unforgivable. Just because you're in a bad mood, you do not take it out on the child. This is like a Russian gang. Is Soldier Boy going to be running it or something?
Here we are. Ooh, excellent. Okay,
Of course, seafood, because he hates it. Commander is still that bitch, Deep. What the fuck are you doing?
My relationship with King has deepened of late.
Jesus
He was villainized, persecuted, spoke truth to power, just like me. It's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
I show people.
My Jesus Christ is to do with what Homelander is saying. I'm not particularly enjoying the eating. It's pretty gross, but what he's saying is far grosser.
Nobody.
Fucking unstable, and you've done this.
Free at last.
Surely Raw have a method to stop him. Some kind of safety thing, even if it's a chip they implanted in his skull or something.
What's for you, big guy? Me?
Is it the octopus?
Thank you, sir.
Holy shit, it's Timothy. Oh my god.
Just say no.
You work for him too?
No.
No. This is a very bad idea. No, Frenchie, it's a very fucking good idea.
Which other people's lives matter too.
Give her a call. So, do you really think I'm gonna bail on you now?
Well, Huey's leaving her in the lion's den and he's being supportive.
That much of an asshole. I'm a fucking monster for what I done to that kid.
I know you're going through it, but yeah.
No. The others don't get it, but I do.
I mean, I don't blame Butcher for if he didn't want to spend time with the kid, but he didn't need to do it like that. For one thing, he never needed to promise him in the first place, and for another thing, to say to him, like, I don't want to look at you for what you did, when you know he's a child who genuinely didn't mean to, and so you've never made a single mistake in your life, and obviously, yes, that mistake was catastrophic, but it was a child, it wasn't an adult.
Anything that I've learned.
And you kind of deserve that for saying the gloves are off with regard to a traumatized child.
Quite a long road for all of you. You've
And of
shown us
course,
the
he
best
gets to be
of what
here.
Heroes can be. All right, welcome back.
That rapist piece of shit. And as if Starlight's the only person who's ever raped.
Starlight here has chosen to forgive you.
I accept your apology, Deep. You deserve a second chance.
Thank you, Starlight.
Fuck.
Just to be clear, anymore. It's time we let the world know. Starlight and I are in love. Hashtag homelight.
Cut!
Huh?
Incredible!
That fucking plays.
That plays.
Yeah, let's go again.
Okay.
Yeah, one more.
Go together.
Great. Starlight and I are in love.
She was literally at a premiere with someone else just a day ago, but
Hashtag homelight.
take back control of the situation. Disgusting. Oh, sweetheart. You can't lie, I'm kind of reaching the point where I'm like, do I actually enjoy this show? Because I feel like it's more of a show you endure. But it is very, very good, obviously. Very dark, very depressing. I am disappointed in Butcher. I'm not so much disappointed in if he is feeling that way of not wanting anything to do with the kid because of Becca, but he wasn't feeling that way for such a long time. You know, he saw him and he watched the cute video and he gave him hugs and he genuinely meant it, and then he got his feelings hurt by something that had nothing to do with the child, and he took it out on the child. That is despicable. Whereas if from the moment Becca died, Butcher had been like, you know, if you're ever in danger, I'll come and save you, but, you know, I can't. I would be less cross with him because it's an honest reaction, whereas what he did was just being a jerk to a child. And to Becca's child. Becca would have punched him in the face, and I don't even agree with punching, but she would have punched him in the face for that. But I do understand he's going through it, I just don't like him. And, you know, Butcher is often a character I don't think I've ever particularly liked him. Frenchie is also struggling, and once again, Butcher, it's really interesting because Butcher is obviously better than Homelander. Everybody in this show is better than Homelander, but they are actually really similar in a lot of ways. this kind of going to whatever lengths it takes to get to where you need to and hurting whoever you need to in the process because it doesn't matter, is not that dissimilar. It's different enough, I'll give them that, but it's not that different. You know, it is different enough because Butcher's ultimate aims is to protect people and keep them safe, and obviously Homelander's ultimate aims are to give himself power and to have a good time. But Butcher is becoming more and more and more like Homelander, and even taking the fucking drug is the icing on the cake. The flashbacks were as terrible as expected. I do wonder, we didn't see what happened, so maybe Soldier Boy defected, or he could well have, you know, they could have faked his death, they could have found a way to just knock him out. He could still be a prisoner in Russia, he could be, have joined Russia, obviously the Soviet Union doesn't exist anymore. I imagine they would have wanted to try and figure out what made him super from his blood, given that America has a monopoly on soups, and they would have wanted to have their own, but given that the world doesn't seem to know about that, they haven't succeeded there, and we're off to Russia with no regard for Frenchie and what he might be going through. Like, again, if this mission is so important, maybe we'd need to do it anyway. But Butcher literally was just like, I don't care, we're going. Instead of being like, Frenchie, like, let's talk about why this is a problem for you, or we'll make sure it's safe or whatever. Nope, he just does not give a shit. I'm scared because Huey is going down the Butcher path, which is not a safe or healthy path to be in. And right now, Annie is bearing the brunt of all of this, as she has been for a long time, having to put on those smiles and now be with Homelander, obviously just on screen. But her life and her safety and her well-being, her mental health, she does not have any right now. So I'm very stressed with where all of that's going to go. Just so stressed with where the show is going. Like I said, I did have a revelation, like one in the middle of this episode, I was like, do I like this show? And look, obviously I do enjoy it, it's very good, it's very well done, but it isn't escapism, or it isn't a show that leaves you feeling hope. It is a show that you finish and you're like, well, I might as well just turn on the news and be as bleak as this. So right now I'm very stressed for Annie, I'm stressed for everybody. I really liked the scene with Kimiko and Child, oh my god, I can't even remember his name, where they were talking about their powers, and I think it would do him good to know that he's not alone in that fear. And I think it's interesting because obviously I watch a lot of superhero-esque things with shows with people with powers, and the biggest thing in those shows often is having control, and people have control over their powers. And it seems like the Supes in this show just can't be bothered with control, because if you have control, you don't have all these accidents. And when they do cause an accident, it is a big deal. You know, like in the Marvel Universe, when Wanda caused a problem in Sokovia genuinely by an accident, they made an entire freaking law about it. But yeah, the Supes here are just basically, most of them are just idiot babies. Starlight controls her powers. Imagine if she could destroy Homelander, it would be glorious. But yeah, I do like the show, but it also stresses me out and leaves me feeling very bleak and depressed because it is not that different from the world we currently live in. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching.